it is.
We're welcoming ourselves to Nevada.
There it is. In Nevada.
Sometimes you just have to stop at a truck stop, get some pizza, and sit in the grass and enjoy some dinner, huh?
Yeah.
We're in California, kiddos.
Yeah!
Lake Tahoe has been on our list to visit. Unfortunately, we could only spend a few hours here. We enjoyed the view of the lake while we had lunch, and then we got back on the road. Alright, so we made it out here to Alabama Hills. We've been out here for a couple hours, having zero luck trying to find a spot. A lot of the sites have been turned into day use only signs, so all the big rigs and everything, or the big pullouts, are not available for use. So we might go try to find somewhere else. One of the good things about having our e-bikes is the kids and we are pulled over on the side of the road, and Colin is on the bike trying to find a good spot for us to go camp. That way we don't have to pull up and down all the small trails and back out like we've been doing the last couple of trails. So he found a map that shows where we could camp and where we can't, and then he's along the main road right now seeing if there's any campsites open over there. So right now the kids and I are just holding down the fort here on the side of the road. A nice little wide area. We have some beautiful views. We were trying to camp up there where the white truck is. There's like a little spot further to the right of there. There's a big open spot, but a lonely little van is taking it, where Colin said he could go up a little further and have like his own little private area, but decided to take that huge pole off. So we are still looking, and maybe we'll just hit the road a little sooner and go find something else a little further down the road. Maybe we'll cut our time to get to our harvest host in a couple of days. But it is pretty out here, just as long as we can find a spot. We're running against daylight, so hopefully we can find a spot soon, because the kids are resorting to playing in the dirt on the side of the road.
If you're parking on a hill, we always try and put the back as close to the top of the hill, straight downhill for the front jacks. Prevents these back ones from maxing out down here, or having to use a ton of blocks to try and get it up. And you have a little bit more play. It keeps you a little bit from lifting one set of wheels completely off the ground or anything. But try and find the level spots, but sometimes that's what you got to do. That's a tall one. We were gonna stay the night at Alabama Hills, but everybody had taken all the spots over there. It looks like they've closed half, maybe 3/4 of the spots for a natural preserve. They're refurbishing the area and everything. So in this case, we weren't able to do that, but found some BLM land just up the road. There's a bunch of spots. There's actually BLM parking or campground, and then there's a bunch of pull-offs right before that you can camp for free. And not bad, still get a heck of a view. And we're only a couple miles away from Alabama Hills, so we'll go run around there for the day and then go from there. After the sign, take the first right into the driveway. There's a couple of cool campsites back up here tucked into the rocks. They're kind of all three together, and then if you have four-wheel drive or something, you could get to a couple others. But as far as big rigs, you've got big rig access down here. There's enough spots to turn around, and this is a good spot. First, after the sign, first right, take that driveway, and then stay to the left all the way down. All right, driveway number 2 at mile marker 1. If you stay to the right, there's several spots that would work for bigger rigs. We've got a 40-foot rig, and we came in here, and then we had to turn around because there was people here. But there's a couple spots right up against the rock. There's one in this big area here. And then if you continue around, if you've got a smaller rig, or if you want to back up and you have a shorter rig so that you have a little bit better clearance, there's a cool one that come down this little valley, and you get a cool overview, and sunset and sunrise would be really cool. This is the third site. It's not very level, so definitely a shorter rig or like a camper van or something like that would be really cool. You could find a couple really cool spots, but look at this view. And that'd be the sunset right there. And then sun would come up right over that ridge there.
We just talked to a lady who got a spot just about 11 o'clock. Her husband went back and got the camper. So if you can't get your spot, try again the next day.
Show up midweek. If you show up like before noon, certainly by 11, but if you show up by noon and it's not a weekend, you know, during the week, you should be able to get a spot pretty easy.
This right here would be a very good spot for a larger rig. There's a big turnaround up there where the trucks are. Definitely okay for bigger rigs up there. Along the third driveway there are lots of campsites all against the rocks. Some can hold big rigs, and some you need to have a smaller, like 20 foot, maybe 30 foot at the most to get back up here. There are some dips, so make sure you scout out where you're gonna go before you bring your rig down this area. Beyond the third driveway, there are a few little tiny pullouts, and then when you get to the north end of Alabama Hills, there's a big sign. There's a very large pullout that you can fit multiple rigs. Thanks for watching this week's episode. Join us next week as we make it to Phoenix to prepare for our crossing into Baja.